My name is Kit Sturgeon, and I'm the CEO of Red Dev, and we are building Red Bridge, which is a project funded by Zcash Community Grants and Avalanche Foundation to bridge between Zcash and Avalanche. I think some of the most important takeaways are the ethos behind Zcash, and that's come up both yesterday and today. You know, this idea Josh has brought up of unstoppable money. He said it better than I can possibly say it, but I was just talking with Dan from Electronic Coin Company about how I think that unstoppable money and this ability to privately transact with the owners of the money having the control over disclosure is not just sort of the bedrock of Zcash, but also really good branding for Zcash, because it just defines this is Zcash. And yeah, there might be other privacy alternatives on other things. They might have other things, but if you want this kind of privacy, Zcash is the brand. And we were just saying the Zcash brand is actually a really strong brand. The only downside of the brand is it starts with the letter Z, which is at the end of the alphabet. But other than that, it's solid, short, to the point. Yeah, I really wanted to hear the talks about Near, and I wanted to hear about Tachyon, especially. And I wanted to make sure that what we're building on Red Bridge is well known within the movers and shakers of the community. So I've taken a lot of time on the after and before events to just have individual conversations, talk with you, and just talk about what we're doing. Yeah. But I think all those things are the most interesting, and I think I'm very excited about Tachyon in particular. That's could be revolutionary for Zcash as far as world scalability, which is something that's near and dear to my heart from the Avalanche ecosystem, another world scalable ecosystem. So it's great. Red Bridge is a decentralized bridge, which means that it's in control not by one party or a small group of parties, but by a community of coin holders who hold the RBR token, and then they run they can run validator nodes, guardians of the bridge, and that runs on a separate Avalanche L1. Avalanche is like a universe of L1s. There's the C chain, which is sort of a main chain where a lot of the liquidity is, and then there can be many other L1s, and the ecosystem is growing practically exponentially at this point. And our goal is to be if you can picture a ecosystem of stars where each one is an L1 and there are connections between the stars, we want to be one of the nodes that has a bunch of connections, one of the hubs in there, and that's our goal. And then have a connection to the mothership, Zcash chain, through the bridge. Yeah, and I think on the Zcash side, often lost sight of is use cases for all the people not in Zcash yet. And because I think a big use case is for onboarding people to Zcash. So it gives everyone in Avalanche and eventually in all of DeFi a private savings account in Zcash, sort of like a Swiss bank account that anyone can have and use. And then, we talk in Zcash, I think Zuko has talked about this quite a bit, about how the main way to keep privacy is with your money at rest. And when it's in motion, there are other ways to see whose money it is just by watching the patterns. But when it's at rest, it can be truly private. And we're giving everybody in the Avalanche ecosystem access to that level of privacy. And one other thing is Avalanche is very pro-business. Their business development is largely about connecting to other huge businesses, trying to digitize the world's assets is Avalanche's mission. And I believe that Zcash, with its privacy and selective disclosure features, will be able to offer those businesses the level of privacy and selective disclosure and the features of privacy and selective disclosure that they want. Not that they're offered by a less strong protocol, but the one that they would like to use because they want to have control over their disclosure and who they disclose their information to. Follow Red Dev Inc., REDDEVINC on X. And also, you'll see in there, we have a forum thread on the Zcash forum, and we post monthly updates on where our progress is. We have a user interface that you can try out. We have a small L1 already launched on the testnet on Avalanche side, which you can try out, and that's called the Zavex Oracle. And follow there for notes. That's where you're going to find it.